So let's talk about the security things that have been built in, and I think encryption is one of the main components that are a differentiator to the ANAFI products. And it's not only the USA, but it's also, or sorry, not only the Gov, but the USA has that encryption as well?
Yes. So security was a big concern, or was a big topic when we've been developing this product with the Army, for the Army. And security is something that we don't take lightly at Parrot at all. So first and foremost, in Europe, there is a regulation that is called GDPR, General Data Regulation Protection, which acts as a regulation for the security of the data from the users. Okay, Parrot is a GDPR compliant company, which means that we go through a very stringent process of audit on everything we do on our platforms, starting from the encryption between the ground control station and the drone, the firmware encryption, the updates, the fact that you cannot compromise the firmware between the drone and the control station when you update the firmware, etc., etc. On ANAFI USA, we've pushed this a little bit more even, because we had the requirement that if a drone is lost, which can happen sometimes in operations, the operators wanted to make sure that their data, and when I'm saying data, it was the videos and pictures, are not compromised. And so we have developed a way to fully encrypt the SD card. And so only the SD card will be only able to be read from the controller that the operator has until it unlocks it, and then it goes regular way. So we have a full encryption from the link to the data that is sent to the data that is on drone in the SD card.
Right, so, and you built this, not only the SRR program, there was requirements, there are very clear requirements.
Yes.
But throughout the industry, there is this kind of wondering of where data is going, where it's being stored, who is able to access it. As far as Parrot goes, because it's a French company with the US headquarters as well, if someone's flying a drone in the US, do you know where those servers are?
So the servers are located in Europe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're all Parrot-owned servers in Europe that any Parrot data would go to, and never anywhere else?
If shared.
If shared.
By default, the data is not shared. So in Free Flight 6 or in Free Flight 7, you opt in to share your data with us. The level, and we have everything explained in the white paper, there is a lot of information about this. The level of data that you share is always also very little, or just necessary in case we need to look at the flight log, for example, or something. But we're very, very cautious of what we do with the data. And I mean, we can talk about this later, but you know, in terms of security, for example, we did provide access to our platforms to a bug bounty. Yes, we hack, where we tell them, okay, hack us. Hack us and tell us, and you would get a reward if you can actually hack us, because security is a big concern, very big concern. So yeah, that's the type of things we've been doing with ANAFI USA, and we've done other things also with ANAFI AI. We'll talk about it later. But.
So we talked yesterday about this Yes We Hack thing, and I guess the question would be, has anyone been paid?
So far, not that I'm aware, which is a good news somehow.
Yeah.
But people are actively working and trying to actually hack the product.
Got it.